Hey people. How are we doing? Let's see who comes on. Who have we got? Say hi if you're here. I think the comments are on. I never know if I turn them on or off or whatever else. Hey. How's your day been? Well done earlier, by the way. That was a tough little session. Oh, Christ, it's cold in here. Hey, Lynette. Just doing your food tracking. Cool. That's good. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Hope my clients have been tracking bits and doing their check-ins and stuff when I've got round to doing theirs. See, I have to stagger them, you see. So that's a good point, actually. Does anyone plot their week out? Does anyone like set time aside for certain things? I like to plan stuff, you see. Oh, actually, I did an example for you guys. Basically, you don't have to be as over the top as this, but what I've done, I didn't have any whiteboards free, so I did it on clipboards, okay? Look at this, look. All I've done, I don't know if you can really see that very well, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I've crammed Friday, Saturday and Sunday into one. So they're a bit messy, but you get the idea. And what, I'll just bin them two for a second. So what I've done, finally found your measuring tape, decent. Get on that. First of the month tomorrow. I'll be doing it too. Yeah, so what I've done here, I've listed from 5 AM all the way down to 9 o'clock at night. This might be a good way of doing it. You don't have to do it to this scale, you know. So normally I have things like this. I don't know if you can see that. That's a whiteboard that needs resetting. I say resetting, cleaning. That says Monday to Sunday on it as well. And basically what this is allowing me to do, I normally do this sort of thing on Excel or some sort of program like that, maybe Google Sheets or something. But it was just easier to show you in this format. And I do like writing stuff down instead of it being on a screen. So now I can plot when I'm trying to factor in my own training, you see, as well as everything else. So the way I'm going to do it is, let's say Monday morning and Tuesday mornings when I'm doing my like check-ins and programming for the rest of the week, I might say I started at 8 AM. I might put in there Lydia check-in, 9 AM, Lynette, and you get the idea. Of course, it's a bit blank at the minute because I didn't want to fill it in case you guys wanted a good look at it. But I would colour coordinate it as well because that just looks like a bunch of lines to me. I've got some highlighters somewhere. Sarah, hi Sarah. That's something I do, but more colour. Yeah, again, well, if you've seen my check-in sheets and stuff like that, there's lots of colour and lots of things in there. So that I do the same with that. So the reason I crammed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday into one sheet, basically, as if I allocate Sunday as a day off, I don't really need to put much information in here. You see, so it's a small one. Saturday, all that really needs to go in there is boot camp and a handful of sessions if I do work the Saturday. Again, I try and have at least a Saturday afternoon off if I can. But yeah, so that's a good way of allocating time slots or stuff. It's just so you're more efficient. I used to do this all the time at various different jobs. Even when I was at Pure Gym, I would have like, okay, so this time I'm doing a class, this time I'm going to be cleaning, this time I'm going to be eating, this time I'm going to be prospecting on the gym floor, so talking to people, getting email addresses, seeing how I can help people. This would be my training. This would be, did you get the idea? So it gives everything its allocated space. It makes it so efficient. Who we got? Who's just joined? Danny, hey. My days are pretty samey though. I do have something similar. It's quite short evenings only, really. Yeah. And again, that sort of thing, you can apply that to anything. For me, especially earlier half of this year and most of last year, I'd have it where I'd block off parts of time, say 1 p.m. I'd have as lunch, 2 p.m. to 3 or 4 p.m. I'd be training, like my own fitness. And I'm going to do that again just because, well, I've been sat at this desk all day pretty much. The only time I've actually moved anywhere is I went and made some pasta and to get more water. So, I mean, dreadful. I dread to think what my steps are for the day so far. Christ, 376 steps. Because I've been doing this all day. See what I mean? So, and in here, I've also got my backup sheet for. So this on here. This would be the list of things I've got to put into that one. Does that make sense? So what am I covered in? Covered in dust or something. So like breakfast, training, PT slot I'll put in there, lunch, dinner, wake up, that kind of, you know what I mean? So just things I can just put in there, use the space up. So things like that, just to be a bit more efficient, really. They do need a whiteboard. Yeah, well, Tesco's the best place to get them, I think, because ones like this, I don't know if they do the brown ones anymore. I know they do silver ones now at Tesco. The big ones, they were like I'm going to say 4 or 5 quid compared to the little ones. These little ones, they're not the best. They do wipe off easier though. These are like 3 quid, I think, and they come with pens. Again, all have their different uses. I prefer it all as a big. If I could, I'd have a massive, like 6 foot one with like a massive thing, and I'd probably have it behind me, and I could go over stuff. Again, I nearly bought one, a big one that actually flipped round and stuff. It took like 150 quid for a whiteboard. I was like, nah. Maybe I'll get one. Maybe I'll get one at some point. Nurse station at work. Yeah, and again, it's going to be more efficient if it's all in one place. I don't really know if I can put things on the walls here, so that would be a better idea for me. I'd probably block out a window with it, if I'm honest, if I did get one. Just block out that window. I still got that window. And just have it there. In fact, I probably will go and get one, actually. I have to get on the old Amazon. So, how's everyone's weekend been? Any good stories to tell? Amazon, I think, I'm pretty cheap. Decent, okay. So, yeah, any good things happened to you this weekend? I threw myself down some stairs, so, and then spent pretty much the whole weekend trying to recover. So it's got to be better than mine. For the life of me, God, you get so used to using Apple phones, and you go back to trying to use. This is my work one. Try and use Android. It's difficult. Who have we got? Lots of fresh air. Awesome. Awesome. What have we got? What have we got? Worked and shopped. B&M. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh. I did. My lens. Got my lens. Got my new lens. 18 to 200mm. Absolute beast. And with it came this. I bought it as, basically, I don't think the girl knew what she was selling. I paid enough for it, but it came with this little camera as well. That's my old lens. Again, this one's pretty decent. I think this is the same one I used to have, to be fair. This is just like an entry level one compared to a big dog. So yeah, probably the most eventful thing that happened to me this weekend. But yeah, I'm trying to get back into my photography and stuff. I've always liked it. Spent years not doing it though, not properly. Because I got to a point where I realised I don't really have any hobbies or any sort of me time. So like even now, like it's 9:15 and I'm doing these live videos 2-3 times a week. Did have some questions. Oh yeah. Barbell pad for squats yes or no. Basically, I've not got one here. You know those pads you can put on the bar? You know, barbell, you get those like pads that you see people using. They're not designed for the neck, for the hips. So, how do I put this? By having a pad, so imagine the bar thickness is say about 1 inch. The pad is like that. Instead of the centre of gravity from there being into where it needs to be, you've got this big massive thing here on your shoulders, and it throws it out completely. And there's that much give in the foam that you can hurt yourself pretty bad. Yes, it's gonna not be as hard on here, but it is conventionally used to put in your hips when you're hip thrusting. Please don't use barbell pads for squats. See them all the time. People doing it on the like Smith machines and stuff. And there are a handful of safe ways to squat on a Smith machine, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone unless I was with them and doing it or doing it myself. But again, pointless, really. Smith machines are good for very good different things, but not that. You know. So I taught myself how to bench press heavy. I didn't have a spotter or anything, so that's what I used. I get pretty bruised up sometimes when we go heavy. Yeah, and again, it's just muscle fibers and everything getting like adapting. So, you know, if it's never had that sort of weight on you before, it's going to be different. It's going to damage some muscle tissue and stuff and like bruise it. That's what bruising is. So, yeah, your body does get used to it though. I'm trying to look through I'll just have a quick look through my Amazon wish list, and it's just all not even that much of a big coffee drinker. It's all just coffee stuff. Gym attachments like ropes and stuff. Don't know where my whiteboard's gone. My big whiteboard on here. Any other questions, by the way, guys? So we had there it is. Out of stock. Okay, nice. £1,500 by 1,200 mils. And that's 125 quid. So basically 1.5 meters by 1.2 meters. Something like that. That's what I was on about. You get something like that. That'd be decent. I may get one. Again, there are ways around it. You don't have to go super heavy and things like that. Like I say, having just another layer of clothing. For a long time, I would have just a hoodie on, and then the cushioning from that hoodie made a massive difference. That was back in the day, and once you get used to it, you don't really... I could do it without a top now, do you know what I mean? So your body does get used to it. What was your question? Where did I see it? Oh yeah. If boot camp will be outdoors but limited to 6. I'm still waiting to hear back. Apparently, Simspa and UK Active haven't actually published the thing they were going to yet. I'm assuming it's going to be okay to do it. outdoors. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. I'll put a post up about it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I do prefer the face-to-face ones. Video is good. Video is good for lots of things, but I don't get to see you all. So, unlike the face-to-face ones. Hi, Laverne, Kerry, how are you? Megan, how are you? Do you look into food planning, like meal plans? Is that what you mean, Lydia? No stairs outside. Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's no stairs out there, so I won't rush down them with an iPad, phone, tripod, everything, water bottle, running downstairs and trip. Yeah, not good. So food plans, again, as a PT, you're not really supposed to prescribe food plans to people. A generic plan isn't going to be much help to you anyway. Like I say, if I gave you, Lynette and Kerry the same food plan, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work, excuse me. One of you might be gluten-free, one of you might be like celiac, one of you might be a vegetarian, one of you might be lactose intolerant. So, and you can get in real big trouble. People suing you and stuff if you start dishing out generic food plans and stuff for people. It's really just for dietitians. Yes, I've got like qualifications with nutrition, but a dietitian is the best way of doing that. But no, what we will do, we'll look more into your food choices. We'll get on top of the tracking of it. Actually, we've been on top of the tracking of it, haven't we? Yeah, send me your diary. Send me your diary of it. We'll have a look. It's just making smarter choices. That's all it is. Because the things that you like to eat, chances are you will stick eating them. If I go, oh right, I want you to eat avocado and hummus and salmon, you might not like salmon. Do you know what I mean? You might not like the things that then what? And then you've got to substitute for something else, and then it gets overcomplicated. Yeah. How many? That's a good question. How many steps have you guys done today? Because I've been glued to this desk all day. I think it said 300 and something, 376 or something last when I checked. It's the food shopping and prep. Yeah. So what we can do is we can go through a good idea of what the sort of things to buy. The best way of looking at it first, if anyone else is struggling with this, write down a list Monday to Friday. Break it down into maybe 3 meals. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, as you would. Monday, Tuesday, to Sunday. Ideally, what you'd like to eat. So Monday night might be a lasagna. I don't know. Tuesday lunch might be a sandwich. You just, if you like this, a bit like this. If you just do it Monday, Tuesday, and just go, okay, so I want pasta one day, I want roast dinner on Sunday, and then you just fit it in, and then it's just planning ahead. It's just planning ahead. You're going to be better with your food choices. Again, it saves having takeaways and stuff because you know what's coming. You know that Wednesday is like a homemade curry night or whatever it is. So, and you plan ahead, and that makes it more efficient when buying food. So you're not wasting stuff. Like, what did I buy the other day that I had to throw out? some sort of vegetables that had gone off because I hadn't had them. And yeah, if I'd have factored it in, and also not had it concealed by other stuff in the fridge, I would have had it, not had to chuck it away. So having a better plan of things, like I say, I do it myself. I'm structuring my week. I'm always trying to adapt and restructure stuff. Like how I can be more time efficient with things. Also the like allocating time in your day for certain things. Last year I used to have I don't know if it will show me on this. I don't know if it will show it on this calendar, but I used to have in the evening. Yeah, so after a certain point, I would have like 30 minutes meditation or protein shake at this point, and like I'd break it down into 15, 30-minute intervals. And Christ, I've had a busy year. Yeah, things like that. Anyone got any other questions? Try and keep this one short and sweet. I say short, I've been going half an hour. And I'm going to go over to Instagram so that a different kind of audience over there, see what those are saying. Oh, well done, by the way, Lynette, that picture you sent me earlier. Awesome. She was holding up the old clothing. Awesome. Massive change. Absolutely massive change. Yeah. Anyone have a good weekend? Yeah. Who else is in here? Doesn't tell me who's in. Okay, right. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to can it there. I'll meet you over on Instagram. And I'll see you soon. Have a great one. Like I say, got no bloody clothes left now. Yeah? Got rid of all our old stuff. All done. I'll catch you guys in a bit.